Hi guys, welcome back to the Armchair Pundits Liverpool post-match review show. So, Liverpool have won 2-1 away at Wolves in a game that, let's be honest, wasn't a great one for Liverpool. But if you're trying to win titles, if you're trying to win leagues, then you have to still pick up 3 points when you haven't played well. And that's exactly what we've done today. Um, in terms of Wolves, credit to their manager because he set up a good game plan. Gary O'Neill. They have a good game plan for them, and they stuck to it, and it causes a whole lot of problems. Arne Slot has already said in post-match that they overloaded our right side and caused us a lot of problems, and it took us a while to figure it out. And in honesty, it took us about half an hour. Excuse me. It took about half an hour for us to get into the groove, but we got there in the end. Always thought that we should be a bigger threat from crosses, from set pieces, with the likes of Konaté and Van Dijk, and slowly but surely we're seeing it. Van Dijk scores another towering header today to double up his tally from the goal he scored in the Champions League against AC Milan. So yeah, we're sitting there watching and thinking, come on, it's been really bad, and we're going in 0-0. Then he scores, and it's like great. Credit to Jota, because sometimes these days you see a lot of wingers or strikers or forwards trying to jink in left, right, and then make too many dummies before they cross in. But I guess being an attacker himself, he just knew just get it down the line and then whip it in. And it was a good ball and a great towering header. So really happy going into halftime 1-0 up. Then second half, it looks promising. We play better. We're more in control. And then, unfortunately for Ibu Konate, all the good work he did with the goal he scored, he kind of undid in a 60-40, I would say, between him and Alisson jumble up to let them score a goal. Personally, as in played centre back myself, just get it out. If Alisson's not coming quick enough, you kick it out and then you scream at Alisson and say, next time come quicker. Simple as that. That way there's no goal. Whereas if you do what he did and then wait and wait and wait, someone has always got a chance of running around you and crossing the ball in, which is what happened. And they score from it, and they scored from nothing. I mean, some people may say or may have thought that we weren't playing that well in terms of they were getting quite a bit of chances from us or against us, but they weren't really, to be honest. They had 3 shots on goal or on target, eight on goal, but they were all in non-threatening positions, if I'm completely honest. The goal they scored increases their XG, but I believe their XG was like 0.03 before the goal, without the goal. So, with that being said, we kept them at arm's length. I think I said previously that I'm not too happy with the way we've been letting teams get shots off. And today kept it under double figures, 8. But like I said, they weren't really threatening. And it was more us just making little mistakes. There was a point in time when Salah was almost through on goal. A defender in between him and Jones to his left. And he has 2 options. Keep running forward, commit the defender, and then lay it off to Salah. 3 options even. Lay it off to Jones. Or he can keep running and he can dummy the defender and shoot. Or he can just play a good pass. He does neither. Tries the third option, which in his eyes was the first option, and tries to pay it to Jones, but it's a horrible pass that goes straight to the defender covering. So really annoying at that situation, because that would have made it 3-1, and it would have given us a bit of more room. And it probably from 3-1 probably goes 4-1, maybe even 5-1, like it did with our previous game. But he messes that up, and that keeps us in jeopardy because you're there on the edge thinking another mistake, a free kick, penalty like we had can just give them a 2-2 draw in a game that really and truly Wolves were not in. And it was 55% to 45% ball possession, but they had the ball in really non-threatening areas. So happy that we won, because that's 6 games, 5 wins, and 1 aberration against Nottingham Forest, and 2 goals conceded. So we're doing well defensively, and again, it's a sloppy goal. Goal that we scored to concede against Nottingham Forest was a great goal, to be honest. Great shot. But this goal, as Slot said himself, was very, very easy preventable. But that's been said, we generally played well. For about 5-10 minutes after that, Konaté, you can tell it was still playing in his mind, and it was got himself a yellow card, sillily, where he could have stayed on his feet. But he got his head together, and then they had a breakaway, and he put in a great block. So he got back on the horse, and he started to produce again. Looking at it, a lot of our players played within themselves today. Not sure I could even blame it on the Carabao Cup because we completely rotated. So of the starters, only Jota came back and played again. So really and truly, the guys should have been fresh-ish. But we didn't look that way. It looked lethargic. Or, like I said previously, maybe we just have to give credit to Gary O'Neill for the game plan that he's put out, like Arne Slot has done, if I'm going to be completely honest. But we got control, passed the ball well. Felt sorry for Szoboszlai because he's point blank and he gets his shot saved. And people may criticize him, say, how did he miss there? But often you say, when the ball comes across, you just have to get good contact. Get good contact. There's no way the goalkeeper's going to save it. He got great contact on it. And it just happened to go exactly where the goalkeeper's leg was, and it ricocheted off the goalkeeper. So, unlucky there. But we scored not long after, and it was well deserved from the header, like I've said previously. So, there's not much to say on that. Happy with the win, not completely happy with the performance, but we move forward. So now I'll go through the player ratings. The player ratings, and for me, I go first to Alisson, who's recovered from his injury, which was good news because he had 2 months off last season with muscle injury. So happy it was just a week. Alisson Becker, I give him a 7. He's partially to blame for the mix-up. Made some good saves. But yeah, partially to blame to the mix-up because he either has to come out quicker or he has to shout at Konaté to get the ball out. And looking at how it went, I don't think he did either. I know he didn't come out quicker, and I don't remember him shouting for Konaté to clear it. So he's culpable to a degree with that. In terms of saves inside the box, 2 saves, 1 diving save, and acted as a sweeper keeper twice as well. And I look at it, he's done a decent job. So 7 for him. I look at Andrew Robertson. Thought it was okay. Didn't really do much wrong, completely honest. Like I said, the whole team was a bit down on their performance. So I've given him a 7. Has to come off early, which, in honesty, I think was probably a red card. The way Forbes scraped down the back of his calf, it was a horrible tackle. I'm surprised it wasn't looked at through VAR and given as a red card. But give him a 7. Did okay. Didn't get beaten one-on-one and held his ground. Van Dijk, I thought Van Dijk was good today again. I've given him a 7.5. Thought it was commanding. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Covered very well. And sometimes with Van Dijk, you lower his score because of how good he is. Whereas sometimes you just have to look at it and say, he actually played really well today. So I've given him a 7.5. Happy with his performance. Konaté would have got an 8.5. But the mix-up. That mix-up has knocked off a point for him because for me, that goal is mainly his fault, not partially, mainly his fault, but he recovered. So because he gets a goal, he gets an 8.5, got a silly yellow card, 7.5, gets a 7.5 instead of 8.5, gets a silly yellow card as well. Trent didn't think he had his best game today, completely honest. Stupid yellow card early on. I mean, come on. Been watching all these games of Arsenal where they've been kicking the ball away and get yellow cards. He commits a foul and then taps the ball off the pitch. Why would you do that? Does it so early in the game that he's then on the edge against a winger in Jean Rickner Bellegarde, who is very tricky, having to be careful and make sure he doesn't commit a second accidental foul and get himself sent off. So really disappointed with what he did there. So I've given him a 6.5. Didn't think it was that great. Didn't think it was that bad, but I didn't think it was that great. And the team on a whole wasn't that great. McAllister has done well. I look at McAllister and I think to myself, he does the job efficiently and quietly, and sometimes you don't realize what he's doing. I look at his pass accuracy, 85%, 40 out of 47 passes completed. I look at his touches, 60 touches, successful dribbles, not known for that. Didn't really get one from that. Crossing, 100% crossing rate. And then his tackles, only considering where he played, only made 2 tackles and it was 50% out of that. So, but he's mainly about ball recoveries. What I like about him and Gravenberch is that they dovetail together. So one will get less tackles, but the other one will get more recoveries. So I think in this occasion, it's probably likely, I haven't checked yet, but it's probably likely that Gravenberch got the more tackles and he got 7 recoveries and he's mopped up really well. Happy with his performance. Wasn't great ground rule wise, but I've given him a 7. Gravenberch thought he was really good today. First half wasn't great, but he just goes from strength to strength. I'm not gonna sit here and say he was outstanding or anything like that, like others I've seen on TV have said. But I thought he could put a good performance, so I've given him a 7.5. Probably my man in the match would have been Konaté if he didn't mess up. And if you haven't seen already, Konaté was complaining how he didn't get man of the match over Gravenberch. But yeah, Gravenberch gets man of the match with 7.5 for me. I'll move on to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, he is starting to frustrate. I'll be honest. I've been a massive supporter. People have rightly said that he's made mistakes, made errors, been a bit slow. And game by game, it just seems like he's sometimes not on the same page as the others. Sometimes there's a pass on and he's not playing it. And I was thinking that he's doing what doing what Slot wants and playing that extra pass. But sometimes the pass is that obvious. You just have to play it, and he hasn't been. Unlucky with his chance that he missed, but he's getting a 6.5. Busy as usual, and there's some times where he's tracked back and done really well, but he's our number 10 and he needs to do more. So 6.5 for him. Diaz, bit of a quiet one today. Wasn't his best game today. So again, I've given him a 6.5 as well. I think he could have done better, but he can't play 8, 9 out of 10 every week. So he's going to have a dip here and there. And today was that dip. Mo Salah. He is our talisman, so to speak. But he has these moments, like I mentioned earlier, where he's 2-on-1 and he has to make the correct pass. He doesn't. But he gets a penalty. He scores a penalty, which obviously boosts his score. But I'm only giving him a 7. I don't think it was that good today. Like I said, I don't think the whole team were that good today. He gets a 7. And then the striker, Diogo Jota, thought was busy. Wins a penalty, gets an assist. So gets 2 assists, really, in that regard. So I've given him a 7.5. Was happy with his performance. Much better than his performance last week and the week before. So really happy with how he started. And with Núñez being ill, he had to carry the load himself today and pull out the 90 minutes. Looking at the subs, I actually thought Curtis Jones came on and did well. He subbed in for Szoboszlai and probably played better than Szoboszlai. So I've given him a 7. Cody Gakpo did okay, not much. Came on the same time as Curtis Jones. Actually, a couple of nutmegs here and there. Some good attacking runs. So I've given him a 7 as well. Gomez comes on in 89th minute for Robertson for that horrible foul against him. So I'm not really going to give him much. Didn't really get a chance to do much in the game. So that is it for this week. They are the player ratings. So like I said, happy that we've won, but overall not happy with the performance. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and you can watch our shorts on X. Our handle is @ArmchairPundits. You can also go on Instagram and see the shorts, and our handle there is @ArmchairPundits Podcast. And then finally, you can go on TikTok and even more shorts. I put at least 2 or 3 a week, and that handle is @armchair.pundits. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. And also make a comment. Give me your ratings as well. Because it's always good to see whether I've gone too high, gone too low. And also to get a second opinion on how you guys felt and who was your man in the match. So take it easy, guys. Peace out.